Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Locker Room Live. We're on episode 4, and this week's theme is going to be, is your sight blinding your vision? So, guys, a lot to discuss here. These days, especially in America, we are often, it's almost like keeping up with the Joneses. The neighbor, the family member, whatever, buys the new nice car. Gotta have this, gotta have that. There's so much things like that going on in life. Uh, Also, it just seems like in general today, people are over leveraging themselves. So we're going to get into this a little bit further, but let's go on to today's quote of the show. So today's quote of the show: you cannot depend on your eyes when your imagination is out of focus. And that comes from Mark Twain. All right, guys, I got some great case studies, people that we can kind of look at and help us out with this theme of our sight blinding our vision. But first off, let's get to today's featured product. So what we're going to look at today for the featured product is this. All right, so this is the Ultimate Body Applicator. You're actually going to get 4 of these in the package, and in as little as 45 minutes, it's going to tone, tighten, and firm those trouble areas on your body. Guys, it really does work. I know from experience. I used to be a really huge guy. I was like 360 some pounds, probably at my biggest. And, with eating differently, changing my diet, the weight fell off faster than the exercise and things that I would use to tone up and tighten those areas. So you have some skin issues. With skin issues, this does what it says it does. So if you guys want to see some before and afters, message me. I'm happy to share them with you. But it really does work when it says it'll tone, tighten, and firm in as little as 45 minutes. Right now there's a major flash sale. So this is a really, really limited time engagement. You're going to want to jump on this, really fast here. But if you buy this right now, you're going to get this free with it. All right, like I said, limited time engagement. This is the It Works Cleanse. And the It Works Cleanse, guys, it just is what it says it is. It's a cleanse. And you've heard of cleanses, and there's a lot of horror stories out there about people running to the bathroom with their cleanse. But I know from experience that it did not make me do that. And I know from my wife's experience and other people that are close to me and customers, yes, customers that are also using the cleanse, that's not the case. It's not one of those products that's going to make you, for most people, as far as I know, I've not heard any horror stories of people running to the bathroom with this product. This is really good. It's kind of a citrusy flavor. And guys, we've got so many toxins in our body that, a lot of things just don't touch. I've heard estimated there's, 5 to 8 pounds of just toxins sitting in our guts, basically. So the cleanse does a great job of eliminating toxins. Again, flash sale right now, Ultimate Body Applicator. Get that right now. Limited time. You're going to get the cleanse free. It's awesome, guys. My wife and I both use these products. All right, let's move on to our case studies for today's show. So what I've got here is a gentleman by the name of Isaac Lidsky. You may or may not be familiar with this guy. I like to consider this guy like a real life version of Matt Murdock, Daredevil. So if you're a Daredevil fan, you're gonna like this guy. But you know, let me just tell you a little bit here. He wrote a book called Eyes Wide Open, Overcoming Obstacles and Recognizing Opportunities in a World That Can't See Clearly. All right, guys. In the 90s, you may be familiar with this show. It was around whenever I was younger, but Saved by the Bell, the new class. He was a cast member on that show. Around that time frame, he was actually learning of his degenerative retina disease that he had, and he knew he was going to lose his actual eyesight. He went on to obviously become blind, but he went on while he was blind and graduated from Harvard Law School. That's absolutely amazing, guys. Going forward, he is the only blind person to serve as a law clerk in the U.S. Supreme Court. That's crazy. And in listening, this is a big takeaway because I've listened to Isaac speak, whether it's a TED Talk or an interview. I've heard him in both scenarios speak. And this is what I've learned from Isaac. Isaac says basically this. He says that vision is 2/3 mind and 1/3 eyesight. So the lesser is your eyesight. The major is your mind. So I will go on and tell you in 2014, he is a CEO of a construction company, ODC Construction. And beyond serving for the U.S. Supreme Court, he actually did $70 million in revenue as CEO of his construction company, ODC Construction. So it's amazing. He's an entrepreneurial figure. He's also been in the legal side of things. He's amazing at what type of obstacles he's overcame as far as his education. But yeah, Isaac Lidsky, guys, amazing guy, real life daredevil in today's society. But he did not let the things that he couldn't see with his eyesight impair where he was going with his vision. He used his mind. So moving on to our second case study, which this guy is really phenomenal too. His name is James Altucher. No, you're probably familiar with James Altucher. He has some podcasts out there. He writes a really good blog. This is his book, Choose Yourself, and I highly recommend the book. But James Altucher, I believe, he's just so transparent that what I would say about James Altucher is that if you take the American dream that a lot of us are after, you know, the house, the car, taking care of our family, toys, if you will. James Altucher, whenever I look at his life, would be like any ordinary person that's, you know, middle class, whatever, that is just trying to live that American dream, but on steroids, basically. In 1998, he sold a company, his .com company, and actually, he was also designing websites for big companies like Miramax. But he sold in 1998, multi-billionaire when he sold. But by 2002, he was zilch. He was broke. And the thing about that is he started spending on lifestyle, guys. And because his sight was blinding his vision. He wasn't really using his mind much as far as his vision is concerned. He went on. He repeated the problem. You know, he was spending on houses. He was spending on toys and luxuries, and you know, giving people money that he shouldn't have been giving. but keeping up with the Joneses, so to speak, at a very high level. In 2008, he did it again. He went bust again. He made a bunch of money again after 2002. He was suicidal and everything whenever he did it the first time, but again, in 2008, he repeated the cycle, like a vicious cycle, and went broke again. But he was blinded by the rock star lifestyle. And like I said this before earlier in the show. I think many of us become blinded by our sight because we see the Joneses, we see our family, we see our friends, and say, "Oh, nice stuff. I'd like to have nice stuff like them." Um, really, the purpose of this show, it's not that you can't have nice stuff, guys. It's not that at all. But what you shouldn't lose focus of or vision of is that sometimes it's better to make the choice to invest, to choose yourself, to invest in you, not the toys, not the things that put you on the same playing field. We're not here to be the same as everybody else. We're here. We all have different talents. We're here to shine at whatever we've got to offer to this world. So whatever you can contribute, whatever you can do, you need to shine. You need to focus your energy and cast that vision and use your mind. Don't let this eyesight blind you, and don't be keeping up with the Joneses, so to speak. So those are my two case studies. I hope you got something beneficial out of it. I really hope that you guys are getting inspiration, motivation, hopefully starting to make some changes in your life from these episodes that I keep doing on a weekly basis. If you guys want to get in on our flash sale, again, the Ultimate Body Applicator, buy a pack of these, you get this free. Hit me up, send me a message. I can talk more to you about that, but it's a really great deal. I'm really passionate about these products. And the other thing I'll say too is I would appreciate it if you guys just share the hashtag Lockerroomlive with all your friends. Share these videos, get the word out. I really appreciate that love. And I'll end like this, guys. You know how it is. Every day you wake up, it's halftime. It's up to you to get your mind right and win at the game of life. Have a blessed evening, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time.